Welcome back to Sexified Fallout 4. I'm Rook. This lovely girl is Nasty, and we're inside Earl Sterling's house with our lovely Kate and, of course, Dogmeat. And here's the deal. I was looking all over for a clue in this place. Thankfully, some people helped me to, find where that clue is, and I appreciate that, guys. But here's a quirkiness of this. When I first logged in, there was a little marker indicating exactly where it was, and I walked over there and found it. I haven't picked it up yet because I just wanted to do that with you guys. But then I looked in my Pip-Boy under the data and came back out, and look, there's no marker on my compass anymore. I mean, there was, like I said, when I first logged in, but not anymore. Okay, now there is. That's weird. It's okay. There's a folder. We'll just take that folder.
These appear worthless.
But okay, it's
Surely
yeah.
you can leave that behind.
What the hell? Oh, it goes. It's proximity based. I've got to be within like a meter of it. Ha ha ha. Okay. Well, Dogmeat, come on, man. Get the hell out of the way. We got to get that note, and you're not helping things at all. Come here. No, now you're just going to stand over by it. You little freak. Okay, let's grab that receipt. Mega Surgery Center, Dr. Crocker resident. One-time reconstruction surgery facial procedure to be performed upon clearance of final installment payment. Patient Earl Sterling. Okay. So, now we need to investigate the Mega Surgery Center, wherever that is. I don't know, but we're gonna just go out there. So while we're loading out into Diamond City here, I'll just take the opportunity to say thanks, guys, for the tips. I really appreciate it. And like I said, when I logged in, I saw the little marker. I happened to be standing right by the couch, I think. So I saw that marker, but yeah, it's just weird that it wasn't there, and then it was, and it wasn't, and it was. But we've got the thing now, and so we'll proceed on with this. I'll also go over and get the paint stuff at some point here for Mr. Abbott over at the wall. And hopefully Piper's little sister will be around, and we'll talk with her about whatever's going on, if we have to, regarding the public occurrences. So is she around here? I don't know. Oh, here's the surgery
What kind
center.
of person pals around with a robot? Oh my god. You're not a synth, are you?
Don't even think about it, buddy. You guys, I know you are with the sense around here. Hey, you.
Doctor.
A new patient. A new file to open. Do you have a legitimate medical concern? Or is this about our facial reconstructive services?
Do you know anything about this receipt?
Let me see. This is Dr. Crocker's deplorable handwriting, all right. Looks like Earl Sterling was one of his patients. The procedure noted here is mundane. Low-risk cosmetic work. Dr. Crocker never performed it, however. Said Earl vanished before he paid. Now, I must insist we talk about your medical needs.
Where is Doc Crocker?
Last time I saw him, he had to get something out of the surgery cellar. Probably just had to wash some needles or move some storage around. Now, let's get back to talking about your medical needs.
I don't want to talk about my own medical needs.
I need to get into the cellar, Doctor.
What does this look like? A public outhouse? You know what? Don't answer. Why on earth would I let you down there?
I'm investigating a missing person, Doctor. And I think the trail leads to your basement.
A missing person? In our basement? The only thing you'll find down there is cold stone and medical waste. So unless you have something pressing, I have other matters to attend to.
Wow, I actually missed my persuasion check? Weird. Okay, let's try and threaten him.
Look, I need to get down there. Now, are you gonna help me or not?
No. There's no need for that. You want to visit a basement? Fine. Here. Just don't touch anything. Please.
All right. Well, if one way didn't work, the other way did, and that's fine. We're going to go We're going to go down there to his basement.
You look like you need a prescription filled.
No,
Something to settle.
I don't. You guys around here, man. Okay, let's look at this blood. The tracks of blood.
Where'd all this blood come from? Goes right into the basement.
It sure does, Nasty. What is this? The Synthetic Truth? By Piper. What? Noodles. We all eat them. We all love them. And Diamond City's Power Noodles has supplied this sustenance for the past 15 years. From the stilted mechanical cadence of Takashi's programmed Japanese to the fragrant steam that wafts. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time saying wafts from each bowl to the sealed scalding tang of each delicious mouthful. The ordering and eating of noodles is but one way of many shared human experiences, or is it? I was struck by the very question as I sat at the counter of Power Noodles last Wednesday night, just after 5 p.m., enjoying a dinner I had so many times before. That's when I noticed our very own Mayor McDonough side up to a stool and engage in the very same ritual. Right hand extending, mouth opening, teeth chewing, yes, eating noodles. The shared experience of almost every Diamond City resident. So it must have also seemed to the residents of Diamond City. Nearly 60 years ago, on an uncharacteristically warm May evening in 2029, as they sat around this very same counter, but that was before the days of Takashi and his noodles, when the bar served not noodles, but ice-cold Nuka-Colas, frothy beers, and stiff shots of whiskey. The barman's name was Henry, and that night he facilitated the shared human experiences of drinking, smoking, talking, and laughing. That is, until tragedy struck. There aren't many among us who are even old enough to remember that evening, although some of the city's ghoul residents certainly could have, had they not been forcibly removed thanks to Mayor McDonough's anti-ghoul decree of 2082. But there is one person among us who does remember distinctly the events of that evening. Respected matriarch Eustace Hawthorne, who recounted her story in a Public Occurrences exclusive interview. Oh, I was there all right, sitting right at the bar, sure as you're sitting in front of me now, 22 years ago or so, and just looking to have a good time. I was safe behind the wall. We all were. So what was the harm? And let me tell you, that Mr. Carter made it easy. He came into town earlier that day, said he was from out west, somewhere. It didn't really matter. What mattered was his smile and his laugh, and the way he'd make everyone feel at ease. That night at the bar, we all just sort of crowded around him. Everyone wanted to exchange a word or hear about the state of the Commonwealth, and Mr. Carter, he was all too happy to oblige. It was just so wonderful, until it wasn't. Eustace continued her account of that evening and the moment when things turned sinister, and the truth about Mr. Carter was revealed. We'd been drinking and carrying on. Must have been 3 hours. Mr. Carter had 4 or 5 drinks in by that time. He seemed a bit drunk, I guess like the rest of us. Then something just sort of happened. He was smiling, but the smile sort of went from his face all in an instant. And then his cheeks started twitching, kind of funny. And I remember watching him, clear as if it happened just yesterday. He reached inside his coat, took out a revolver, and then blam! He shot Henry, the barman, right in the head. Didn't hesitate, didn't show any emotion. Mr. Carter killed Henry as casually as if he were paying him for a drink, but his cheek never did stop twitching. Let me tell you, all hell broke loose after that. What Eustace is describing is, of course, the infamous event known as the Broken Mask, when the people of the Commonwealth learned for the first time that the Institute, the shadowy scientific organization responsible for the creation of combat androids, had actually succeeded in creating a model so advanced it could effortlessly infiltrate human society. Unbeknownst to the people of Diamond City, the Institute had somehow evolved their androids into true synthetic humans. Synths. After he shot Henry, that Mr. Carter shot 3 or 4 other people too. Like I said, all hell broke loose. The guards came running, they opened fire, and Mr. Carter kept shooting and throwing people around left and right. Finally, those guards put him down. Seemed like they had killed a man who had flipped his lid, gone crazy, and he lay there like a dead crazy man. Sure enough, God, it was horrible. But then we saw the plastic and the metal. That was one of them early synths, you see, and we realized it wasn't a man at all. It was then we all knew. The Institute wasn't just out there. The Institute was everywhere now, among us. It was never determined precisely why the synth known as Mr. Carter went on his killing spree. Some suggested he had somehow been remotely controlled by the Institute, who wanted to test his combat effectiveness. Still others felt he had simply malfunctioned, a hypothesis supported by the twitching cheek, and was never meant to kill anyone. But at that time, the why hardly seemed important. What mattered was that the humans of the Commonwealth had been truly infiltrated by an organization whose intentions and motives were, and still are, a complete mystery, using a model of synth even less advanced than the ones the Institute has in service today. Which brings us to the noodles. Specifically, the noodles consumed by Mayor McDonough last Wednesday night in the same spot that Mr. Carter the synth went haywire and mercilessly killed several people after spending hours sharing an experience the people of Diamond City assumed was reserved for members of the human race. They were wrong. Are we? Wow, that was long. Okay, so I didn't expect it to be so long when I first started that, but we're going to go down to the cellar now. So, yeah, I found it fascinating. I mean, it's a real cool story. We've heard the room. Uh-oh.
You've really been a handful, you know. But I think we're just about done. Our little mistake is finally going to be corrected. Oh, naughty, naughty. You're not...
Yeah, naughty, naughty indeed.
What did you do to Earl Sterling, Doctor?
What did I do? I didn't do anything. It was Earl. It was Earl who didn't want to be happy. Good patients get a nice new face. Bad patients bleed all over the floor because they want to screw up their surgeon's life.
So you were performing surgery and Earl didn't make it. Is that it?
I might have had just a bit of jet before operating. So I nipped a few arteries I shouldn't have.
A few?
Who hasn't? But I'm a problem solver, you see. I knew if Earl disappeared, everyone would just think the Institute took him.
Why would people think that the Institute took Earl Sterling?
That's what they do. That's what they've always done. As long as there's no body, everyone just assumes. And that's why Earl's body needs to go away.
Yeah, that's... No.
So that's what you were doing? Cutting Earl's body up?
You can't just get rid of 200 pounds of cadaver without attracting attention. Fortunately, the butcher shop is close by.
Oh, God.
If their trash pile just happens to have an extra box of rotten meat every week, who would think to look too closely?
You really think you can get away with this?
Get away with this? Don't you know who I am? I'm Doc Crocker. Doc Crocker never does anything wrong. And once this is all over, no one will have any reason to question that.
You killed a man, Doctor. You're gonna pay for it. Put the gun down and come with me.
You would be wise to listen. This is a mercy being offered to you.
I did it, didn't I? I killed a man. Oh God. There's so much blood. So much blood all over me. I can fix anything.
Yeah, no, he's ODing on jet. Okay. Well, so much for the arrest. Well, we got his house
What's
key.
going on here?
You should wash your hands after that.
Is that
It
Dr.
can be
Crocker?
unsanitary to handle the
I think
deceased.
you owe me an explanation. What happened here?
Hey, watch yourself, buddy.
You owe me an explanation, Doctor. Your partner was cutting Earl Sterling up into, little pieces.
Cutting him up into... Why would he? Oh, wait. The facial reconstruction surgery. If he really did go through with it, and it went badly, Dr. Crocker was willing to go that far to protect his reputation?
Apparently, you know, he just snipped a few arteries on accident. Oh my God.
You let this happen, Doctor. You could have stopped this.
You're right. I should have known Dr. Crocker wasn't in any condition to continue practicing medicine. I should have known he killed Earl. Please, just go. I'll send the report to security and
Oh,
clean up this mess.
no. Oh, no.
Doc,
You should go. This is my surgery. I'll be the one to set this right.
Yeah, no, you won't. Look, get away. I get his stuff. And we're going to take all his stuff and leave him in, because he's got snappy goggles. And then, now we get Earl's
Looks like it'll
house
be a
key.
closed casket funeral.
I would imagine so. But no, we're not going to just leave it at that. Look at, okay, why can't we take this stuff? Man, I want to shoot this guy too. He's in on this. And all right, that's it. We got to report this. I know it's overly moralistic for nasty, but you know, I don't cotton to that kind of thing.
is
You
the
know,
world full of such tragedy? I thought this was only in books. But you tried to make it better, at least.
that's right, Curie. See, and you make me a better person. We're gonna go. Let's go over here and we'll talk to Nick's secretary lady. Oh, I can't remember her name, but that should take care of things. Was there a cat around here? Why did I hear a cat? Don't know. Let's go in here. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, were those two
You find
guys
out where
in
Earl Sterling ran
cahoots?
off to?
Well, yeah, I did actually.
Earl never went anywhere. Doc Crocker killed him during a botched surgery.
Crocker killed Earl? Gone as long as he was, I figured maybe Raiders or the Institute, but Crocker? Where's the doc now? Rotting in a cell, I hope.
Crocker killed himself. Couldn't take the guilt.
Goodness. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Here, take this. Sounds like you earned it. I'll send word along. Let everyone down at the dugout inn know what happened. Shame it couldn't be better news. Thanks again for closing this one out.
Yeah, no problem, Ellie. I assume you're gonna tell the authorities because that seems to be out of my hands now. But well, we solved that mystery and we needed that coffee cup, so it's a good thing we came back here. What else do you have that we can just swipe? Okay, let's not. Let's go. It's dog meat, buddy. You are always in the way. Let's go now. Okay, I want to find Piper's little sister before we go after the paint. That's the next thing. I mean, we've got the two other things here, and so let's look real quickly at our data. Painting the town, and did I already? Okay, miscellaneous. Listen to Marty's holiday. What is this? Oh, get the latest occurrence issue of that one. And what's Marty's holotape? Let's listen to Marty's holotape then. I don't know why we're gonna do that, but we're gonna do it. And I have got so much miscellaneous stuff. Takes forever to scroll through this. Marty Bullfinch's holotape. All right.
You old bucket of bolts, it's Marty. I know it's been a while, but I Came across a little mystery I thought might get your circuits firing. You remember that ugly grasshopper statue on top of Faneuil Hall? Turns out it's got a note in it. A note written by the son of one Shem Drown. I don't expect that name means anything to you, but the guy was a coppersmith. Way back when folks did shit like that. Apparently, this note leads straight to the old guy's stash. I don't know what's in it, but I'd sure like to know if it's still there. I'm gonna go do a little recon on the hall. If you decide you want to get the team back together, you let me know.
Okay. Faneuil Hall? I know where that place is.
Who wants to look beautiful?
I've gotten shot many times over there. And oh, here she is. There's the little
Public
girl.
is here to pull the wool out from under your eyes.
All right. Hey, Nat.
Hey, Nat.
Hey, lady, that interview you did with Piper is really selling. Here's your free copy.
Oh, neat. Okay. View from the vault, part 1, 2, and 3 added. All right. So, we'll have to read that at some point, but I have a feeling reading more than one of Piper's long-ass stories in an episode will be too much to handle, I think. So, let's... What's going on here? We listened to the holotape. We got that thing. We need to do this and this. So this, let's see. Painting the town thing, we've got to go to Hardware Town, which we have been there before, and it's super close to Diamond City, so we don't have to fast travel there. And the other one is the Faneuil Hall thingy, and that's, I think, fairly close also. Let's take a look. Oh, it's by the new location for the USS Constitution. Is that where I gotta go? Interesting. Well, I'm intrigued, and I want to go to both of those places, but that one's a little further away. So let's do the painting the town first, because we can just zip right over there from right over here. All right. Now we're going into the wide world, so strap yourselves in for a little bit of a load time here, guys. And just take this opportunity to click that like button for me, if you would, please. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. The one other thing I want to mention is, man, my shoulder just will not heal. I don't know what's going on, but I may take a few days off here. So I don't know what I'll be able to record, what I won't. I've been looking at several new video series things, and I don't know. It's been a challenge, and if I sit too long in one place, my shoulder just throbs, and it's really hard. But we all have our own problems to deal with, and I'm trying to hang in there. So here we are. Let's just go. Sounds like we got trouble brewing. How are you doing? Oh, you are so well geared. Look how nice she looks in that. Don't stare at her though, guys. Come on. Alright, there should be super mutants over in this general direction. Man, the lighting is terrible here. It's all overcast and such. What am I hearing? That it sounds like a turret's going to town on something, but yeah, it's over to the left, and we're not heading that direction. I figured let's just come over here. Okay, yeah, this doesn't look like it goes through. That's fine. There's always another way. Okay. Hardware. Come on, let's go. Hardware Town. Well, we have not, I don't think, been in here before, but we are going to go in there now. But not right this instant, because I think, I was kind of hoping we'd run into a little bit of some resistance along the way, but no, not so much. We're just here. And so I will just say thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys are enjoying this. If you are, please smash that like button. Leave me any comments, tips, tricks, recommendations, or death threats. Subscribe if you haven't. And we'll talk with all of you again very, very soon.